So I want to talk a little bit about what you guys should be feeling today, day one of getting to know Aluva. We want you to make sure that you feel clarity about why you're here, what we are all about, and through this process to be able to understand and feel, a little bit more balance and love, excitement, feel inspired, because really our mission is just to be the best that we can be as a company with our products, our comp plan, our culture, so that you can be your best. And we honestly know and believe that we're going to be able to create endless opportunities through this company. And so I want to talk really briefly about our leadership team, and we're actually really lucky tonight to catch our CEO, Gavin Dixon, who is the visionary and the founder of this company. I'm gonna bring him on in just one second, but I want you guys to take a look at this crew. It all started with the man in the top left-hand corner, who I've known for about 11 years. And Aluva has been around for, since its ideation stage, is barely over 1 year. And we're just now ready to really start rocking and rolling. But this guy is an incredible man, family man, great father, incredibly successful entrepreneur. I'm not sure that there's like an industry that he couldn't just step into and be successful with, but network marketing has always had a special place in his heart. In fact, the very first time I met him, we're young 20-year-olds, both entrepreneurs, hanging out at the pool, and we started, noticing that we kept on seeing each other at the pool every day, and so we started chatting and became friends. He was already into network marketing back then, and I was off doing something totally different, and so we've reconvened again in network marketing a decade later, and we're ready to bring something incredible that is different from the other companies in this industry to the world, because we know that this industry needs a facelift, and this man has a vision for that. And so I want to bring him on really quickly so that he can kind of tell a little bit of his why. Why did he decide to start Aluva when he has started so many other companies? Doesn't need to have another company in his portfolio. He's a venture capital firm full of all kinds of awesome companies. But like I said, network marketing has always had a special place in his heart, but the products, more than anything, is what he's passionate about. So I would love to bring on our CEO, Gavin Dixon, to share his why and why he started Aluva.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Ross, for that amazing introduction. Just so you guys can know the other side of the story, Ross was in a very cushy job at his previous company. Their company does 550 or 600 million in this space. And Ross called me one day and he was like, hey, you're going to start a network marketing company and not hire me? And I'm like, you're making too much money. I can't afford you. He was like, so? And so he took a significant pay cut, more than half of his salary, to come be here and be a part of this company because he believes so much in what we're doing here. So we love having Ross here. He's such a good human as well. But for me, my story and Aluva, the journey started when I was a kid. I come from a family of medical professionals. My mom's family is medical professionals. Anytime we would get sick, we go to the medicine cabinet and they'd hand you a prescription pill. Here's a prescription pill for this. Here's one for this. That's all I knew. Well, we had bad eating habits growing up in our household. And so, there was a lot of health issues. In fact, when I was about 15 years old, my dad was on 8 prescriptions at one time and ended up going on disability and couldn't work anymore. My mom went to college. A mother of 6 in her late 40s goes to college so that she could provide for the family. She did a 4-year degree in 2.5 years because they would run out of money. She had no choice. That was the only option she had. She ends up getting out and she goes and gets a job doing service because she believes that if you are making money, you should do something to serve people. I've known my mom, my whole life, obviously, but the whole life I've known her as a woman of service and, serving others. Doesn't matter if you're backwards, you serve others. And so she's been an amazing role model in my life and one of my heroes to this very day. I'm still serving and blessing people. But at 17, seeing the financial struggles my parents had, 17, I went out and became an entrepreneur. I was going to make a lot of money. And by the time I was 22, I made $18 million. And had a pretty nice lifestyle. But the real estate economy hit and I was heavily leveraged in real estate and I lost everything overnight. And I was trying to figure out my next move, what I'm going to do with my life. I know I'm going to be a successful entrepreneur. And I end up watching a Netflix series called The Gershon Theory. Regression theory talks about a Russian scientist who 80 years ago at that time invented green juicing. If you eat an apple, you absorb 30% of the nutrients inside the apple. If you take that same apple and juice it, you get over 95%, 3 times more effective. So I go out and I start juicing every single day. And October 1st hits. And October 1st, my dad gets diagnosed with cancer. They gave him 6 months to live. And I was just found this new green juicing and felt better than I've ever felt. So I started researching all the benefits to see if I could help my dad. Research all the benefits: kale, spinach, celery, ginger, turmeric. I'm like, oh man, we could change a lot of lives with this. And I ended up coming across an ingredient that it was zeolite, removed heavy metals and toxins out of the body within 7 hours through urinary tract system. I'm like, I'm going to go give this to my family. And I went and approached my family of medical professionals, and they told me, no, that we're not going to try that. We're going to stick with chemo and radiation. And unfortunately, my dad on Halloween night, 30 days later, passed away. When I lost my dad, it was a moment in my life where I kind of made a promise to myself that I would teach people about my story of growing up medical professionals, eating bad habits, taking prescription pills. And not saying there's a place for that, but I want to teach people more about preventative. And so for the rest of my life, I made that commitment, and I've done that since that day. But trying to be that entrepreneur and find my next move, that zeolite ingredient that I just talked about, I felt like would make a huge difference in the world. So I went out and hired a team of doctors and scientists, and at age 22, I formulated my first supplement. And it was an amazing supplement. It's still sold today. And since then, I've formulated tens of supplements, invested in stem cell manufacture, owned 9 health clinics, donated, over $1 million of cancer, natural cancer research, and so on. And when you're behind something, and this gave me the significance that I was lacking in my life. From 17 to 22, I chased money. I didn't have significance. But when you are behind a health product that truly is high quality, the ingredients really are high quality, and you really have a purpose and want to bless or change people's lives, and someone takes that product and it does that, that gave me that purpose that I was lacking. And so I became addicted to helping people in the alternative health space. 5-6 years ago, as Ross kind of alluded to, I had a big financial win, and it really blessed my life. And trying to decide what I wanted to do with this new inheritance that I came into, I decided I wanted to go give it back to people that were like me. I've been a serial entrepreneur my whole life, chasing my dream. Why not go bless other people and help other people's dreams come true? And so in the last 5 or 6 years, probably now, I've invested well over $100 million in this startup companies, startup entrepreneurs, kids, people chasing their dreams that had an idea and bring their idea to reality. And we've done some amazing projects. We have some amazing companies, some that are growing extremely fast. We have a few duds, like always. But I was happy being a 14, 15-year-old boy, wanting to be a serial entrepreneur and do all these things. I was living that life. And what happened next is the pandemic hits. And I know everybody on this call can say, since the pandemic hit, I feel like our whole world's turned upside down. It's been crazy. And you see people that were suffering through the whole COVID experience with health and financials. And people in my own family and circles were suffering. But what was kind of the silver lining between is people became more aware of their health than ever before through the pandemic. And people needed extra income more than ever before. And so I went out into this industry that I love, and I assume a lot of you guys love, and went to go find a company that I felt I could share with my family and friends, and I could put my name on, and it would bless their lives. And as I just kept looking, I just came back to the same conclusion. I can do this better. I feel like I can do this better. And I know I can make the highest quality products, and we invest tens of millions of dollars into technologies. We can bring the best technology. I mean, having that experience at 22 and having a mother who, she's over the federal grant program for the homeless right now. She's over Utah Community Action for the state of Utah. She literally does service every single day. And today she just got back surgery. And it's because she doesn't put herself first. She's had back problems for years. She should have got a surgery a long time ago, but she'd rather serve. And so wanted to have the right culture here in this company, and that was the most important thing. And we actually do a service project the first day of every month to show that service is the most important. Culture is number one, everything else is secondary. But that was a little bit about how Aluva came about, and just a little bit about Ross. You want me to go in the product overview, or what do you want me to do next?
If you want to, you can, or if you want me to touch on the products. I know that you only had a short period of time, so as much time.
I'll just talk about this slide and then I'll let you go into the products. But the one thing that I've really learned over the last 14 years working with all these world-renowned formulators and scientists and doctors that we've hired and been blessed to work with is, you know, a lot of companies go out there into this space, and then even in GNC, you know, they walk into a product manufacturer, they say, I want an energy product. They pull one off the shelf, you slap a label on it, and you have a $5 energy product, and you create a story and go sell it. And what I've learned over the last 14 years is that, you know, there's a whole criteria of things if you really want to change people's lives that you need to do in order to bring the best quality products to the market. You know, one of those things is we source all of our ingredients from 130 different suppliers from around the world to find the very best of each and every ingredient. They'll give you a study and a test on all the ingredients, all these manufacturers. And we want to see a study on all of the vitamin C's, all the spirulinas, want to pick the very best one. Well, in order to be the best, going back to that juicing thing, you need 99% bioavailability. We want to absorb what we take. You can get vitamin C that's 50% bioavailable, or you can get vitamin C that's 99% bioavailable. But guess what? They look the exact same on a supplement label. If they both had 100 milligrams, you wouldn't know the difference. And so all of our ingredients besides one is 99% bioavailable, and the one that's not will be in the next round of products, because we invested now in technology. We're making sure that we do that. The other thing that we do is all of our key ingredients have human clinical studies attached to them. So there is no guessing with our ingredients. And one thing with having the human clinical studies attached to them is a lot of companies out there will use 40 milligrams of spirulina, but they'll reference the study, but the study calls for 400 milligrams of spirulina. And so it's very important to have the proper dosaging. And that's one thing that we share. We share our science. We share the articles and the studies that we reference, because we want people to see that our products are of the highest quality, and they're honest, and that we're transparent in them. And I think that's why you see so many testimonials of their products and of people's lives being changed and blessed. So Ross, I'll pass it back to you. Thank you, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed and look forward to hopefully working with all of you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gavin. Like I said, you guys, we're pretty lucky that we were able to grab him for a few minutes today. The man's schedule is incredibly busy. And so it's awesome just to kind of hear the origin story from the man who started it all, obviously. And so kind of he left off on, you know, our products are backed by science. It's very, very important for us that we have human clinical studies to, you know, back up all the things that we want to claim about our products, because, you know, just because somebody says something doesn't make it true, right? And we don't want to be just another company that's, you know, like no knock on GNC, but, you know, a GNC type quality product where you don't really know what's in it. The reason why I like to use GNC is because, I don't know if you guys know, but a few years ago, a report came out where they had done a bunch of quality tests on the labels of GNC products. And they found sawdust. They found like all kinds of crazy stuff that they were using for fillers in these products. And it's just total trash. And so you wonder why, you know, people at large kind of have like this idea about supplements, you know, not being all that they say they are. Well, that's been created by, you know, bad players in the industry. And so we want to always make sure that, you know, the second that somebody starts using our product, they can feel the difference. And that's exactly, you know, what happens with Aluva products. And, you know, I wanted to talk really quickly about, you know, our products and what we're trying to focus on. We're focusing on what are the biggest health issues that are facing the world today. We're talking about heart disease, obesity, immune issues, and, you know, leaky gut. All your systems, your body systems are basically connected to your gut. It's your second brain as well. And so I want to spend just a quick minute on helping you understand what is a leaky gut, because 90% of people have a leaky gut and they don't know it. The CDC just released a report last week that said that 8 in 10 Americans have antibiotics in their urine. And the reason why that's important to know is because we've been consuming foods that have been fertilized with antibiotics since the 1960s in the United States. And what an antibiotic does to your gut is it kills all the good bacteria in your microbiome, in your gut, in your intestines. And when those bacteria are dead, you can't digest food properly. So foods that are supposed to be moving through your body quickly get stuck in there. And when they get stuck, they stick to the walls of your intestines, and they actually start to burn holes in your intestines and loosen up the tight junctions of your intestines that are designed to absorb nutrients. And when there's cracks in a wall, like in a dam, water starts to leak out. Well, in this case, toxins, things that your body's trying to flush out, are now absorbing into your bloodstream. And imagine what happens when you have toxins in your bloodstream. It could be anything from, these symptoms that we're listing here to things that are much worse. And so our kind of flagship product right now is our Life Greens, because leaky gut is such a massive issue that most people don't know that they have, but they suffer from symptoms of a leaky gut. Our product has been proven to heal a leaky gut in 14 days, and sometimes even faster than that. And I think before I kind of dive into Life Greens and what makes a leaky, what helps the leaky gut get repaired from this formula. In fact, we've done some head-to-head blind taste test studies, and 100% of the time, you guys, I kid you not, 100% of the time, people pick Life Greens over the competition. I'll show a competition slide in just a second, but I want to spend a little bit of time talking about what makes Life Greens so great. It comes down to the formulation, right? It's only loaded with the most important ingredients. A lot of other competitor products are going to have a ton of different grasses. Athletic Greens, if any of you guys have been advertised to, or tried their product, they boast up to 75 ingredients daily, right? That's too many ingredients. Your body is going to start having to choose which things it's going to absorb over another, because many of those ingredients are competing for absorption in your intestine. And so Gavin was very wise in the fact that saying, hey, I don't want to have every single thing that's proven to be healthy for the gut. I want just the most effective things that are healthy for the gut. And probably the thing that is like the rock star in our formulation is our probiotic. It's called Mega Duo. Most probiotic drinks or capsules that you're going to take are going to be lactobacillus, which is the type of bacteria, good bacteria that you're going to find in cheeses and milks and stuff like that. The problem with lactobacillus is that most of it dies once it hits your stomach acid. And so what sets our probiotic apart is that our probiotic is Bacillus coagulans and Bacillus subtilis. They are actually they're probiotic spores, okay? And these spores don't actually start to do their work until they get into your gut. That's their environment. Just think of like a seed. You set a seed out on your counter, and that seed's not going to grow. Well, the seed has to be in an environment that is ideal for it to open its shell and start to grow. That's how these spores work. So these spores, they got to be into your intestines and into your colon before they actually open up and start growing. And so they're able to survive the stomach acid and actually get into the part of your body where your body needs them, as opposed to you just drinking them and burning them up in your stomach acid and not getting any of the benefit. So that's one of the major contributors to the fact that people are able to heal their leaky gut symptoms in as little as 14 days. The other ingredients like kale, our Japanese matcha, our spirulina, you've got all your daily reds and daily greens, all in a delicious tasting drink. And I mentioned Japanese matcha. If any of you guys know anything about Japanese matcha, it is a green tea leaf. It has tons of amazing benefits. But we've gone the extra mile and decaffeinated those leaves so that this beverage is suitable for children as well. I have 2 kids, they're 9 years old. Getting them to eat a vegetable is almost impossible, right? They always want chicken nuggets and French fries and stuff like that. That's not going to be helpful for them. Luckily, they like strawberries, so I lucked out with that. But getting them to eat vegetables, kale, spinach, forget about it. But they love the greens because they taste amazing and they're approved for children. So this is by far the most impactful product that we have to date, but we have a bunch of other products that are awesome as well. So one thing that I wanted to point out, and I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this, we have this information available on our back office on our website, but just compare calories. 50 calories and 28 calories versus 20 calories. Look at the number of ingredients that having this many ingredients, you're going to have problems with competition for absorption. Again, I talked about our Mega Duo, our probiotic, but look what's in Athletic Greens, lactobacillus. This these things are just going to die right when they get into your stomach. Over here at First Form, they're like, let's put 9 different probiotics in here. Again, none of them are in spore form. Most of them are going to die in your stomach. So just because somebody says something is on a label, kind of going back to what Gavin was saying about the vitamin C, they are buying it and they're including it into the formula so they can have it on the label because they know that people associate health with those ingredients. But what's really important is how much of that is your body actually going to get. And we focus so much on absorption and making sure that ingredients do what they're supposed to do, and they can't do what they're supposed to do if they don't survive to the part of your body where they need to go. All right, so I want to talk about our next product. It's G-Burn. This is basically 5 products in one for weight management. We all know that, America is the most overweight country in the world. In fact, 1 in 3 Americans in the United States are obese. And there are some serious consequences that are associated with obesity. I don't need to go and name all of them. Every single one of us, probably either has a few extra pounds that we can lose, or, have family members or friends that, suffer from consequences of obesity. A lot of the things that make people obese are under our control. Some of them are not, but we all have the ability and the responsibility to do what we can to help mitigate those, right? And so obviously diet and exercise alone may not be enough, and so supplementing, especially with a supplement like G-Burn, can really help somebody get back in control of their weight and help manage their weight at a healthy level. Again, this product also has Japanese matcha in it. The Japanese matcha in this product is not decaffeinated, so there's a little bit of caffeine in here to be able to get you a little bit of energy to help increase that metabolic rate, which is going to burn a little bit more calories. It's got African mango, which is a powerful appetite suppressant, as well as antioxidant, a bunch of other awesome benefits there. Cayenne pepper, it's a thermogenic and a metabolism booster. Ervingia gabonensis, again, another powerful fat burner. Apple cider vinegar, cinnamon, and a whole bunch more. I'm not going to name all the ingredients, but this is loaded. Like I said, most companies, again, going back to GNC, if you went to GNC, they would have this product in 5 different products on the shelf, right? They want to charge you $30 for each one and tell you, oh, this is the complete weight management system. This is what you need to get. Gavin is like, no, that's garbage. We're not going to be that. We don't need 5 products in a weight management line. We're just going to take all the best ingredients that we know are tried and true and proven to be successful. We're going to put it into one product. And so that's what we've done here. One of the things that I want to mention that this product has that a bunch of other products do not have is it contains digestive enzymes. The reason why digestive enzymes are important is because part of the reason why we feel lethargic and that we don't have adequate energy levels is because our body isn't able to adequately digest the foods that we're eating. Even if the foods are nutrient rich, if we don't have the correct digestive enzymes, or we're not able to absorb all those nutrients because our gut is unhealthy, we still feel lethargic, right? Or it takes too long to digest. It slows our metabolism, and that encourages your body to build on more fat. If you're like, hey, I'm in prime shape, I don't need to take a product like this. I mean, I'm not trying to brag, but I got 6-pack abs. I go to the gym every single day, but you want this product, I promise you. It has so many ingredients that are going to help enhance your performance in the gym. It's going to improve your recovery time and sleep, you guys. If you're not sleeping well, you will not be healthy. You will not recover adequately. If you're active and exercising on a daily basis, you're going to be much more prone to get sick. And the ingredients that are in this product are also proven to help improve sleep. All right, I want to move on to our next one. Sorry, I'm trying to fly through these, but I get so excited about products. Those who were on the call last night, I know that I could talk about products for way too long. But our next product is our Ignite. So energy drink is considered as a supplement, believe it or not. It is the #1 sold supplement in the world. And 85% of Americans consume caffeine on a daily basis. Some of them consume many of them consume multiple caffeinated beverages every single day. The problem with caffeine is that it doesn't actually give you energy. And so you might be like, what are you talking about, Ross? Every time I take caffeine, all of a sudden I'm not tired anymore. Well, that's great. Yeah, that's what caffeine does. Caffeine doesn't give you energy. What it does is it blocks the adenosine receptors in your brain that tell you that you're tired. So you're putting caffeine between, the signal molecules in your brain that are saying, hey, you're tired. And so they go, no, not tired, I'm going to block that idea of tiredness right now, but it doesn't actually give your brain the energy that it needs. And so Gavin said, hey, let's give people caffeine so they can stop feeling tired, but let's load this product in with a whole bunch of other ingredients that are proven to improve, general health and wellness, circulation, heart health, enhance their metabolism, increase their actual energy on a cellular level, decrease inflammation that is also causing people to feel slow and sluggish, and improve their focus and their mental acuity with ingredients like L-theanine, vitamin B12, Rhodiola rosea, and then PQQ and CoQ10. There's a whole bunch of other ingredients as well. Like I said, I could probably spend 20 minutes on each one of them, but this product works really, really well. And like Taz says, the yuzu lemon tastes really good. And so does the guava berry. I'm a guava berry fan. Personally, hence the hat. I'm wearing the pink hat. This is about my guava berry team. But yuzu lemon tastes really good, and I like to actually mix the yuzu lemon with my greens sometimes in the morning to give myself an extra boost. And then the next product I want to talk about is immune. So Gavin mentioned that part of what his passion for creating Aluva was during the pandemic is that people became more aware of their health than ever before. If you didn't care about your health before the pandemic, you had a lot of time in isolation to really kind of think about, man, how important is my health? And like, what if I did get this virus? Am I going to die? Am I whatever, right? And so we all started worrying about our health. Well, a lot of the things that we were doing during the pandemic weren't actually going to improve our health, right? Staying indoors, that's going to decrease the amount of vitamin D that we get because your body actually makes vitamin D from the sun. Your skin creates vitamin D, but it needs sunlight to do that, right? So this product has vitamin D in it so that you can absorb that on a regular basis, get it in, helping with your bone health. It also has zinc, glutamine. Those two are powerful minerals that support cellular function and specifically immune cellular function. But it also has elderberry, echinacea, ginger, and turmeric, which are all very powerful immune boosting ingredients as well. If you don't like the taste of ginger, you might not love this product. It mostly tastes like a kind of like a berry flavor, but it does have a ginger tinge to it. But ginger is absolutely incredible. If you don't like ginger, go read up on the health benefits of ginger and you'll probably change your mind about the taste. But, like I mentioned before, it helps support healthy bone, lymphatic system, and also overall immune function. And it really is like the best all-in-one immune boosting formula. Again, you could find, all these ingredients as standalone products in any health food store or grocery store or GNC around the United States. But we wanted to be able to get the right amount of each one of these ingredients into a single product. And then again, make it so that kids could take it. This product is also approved for children 4 and above. And because it's a tincture and it tastes like berry, you just squirt it into the mouth. You don't have to worry about, kids, trying to swallow pills, and they're going to be able to get the daily benefit from these ingredients. All right, so I'm going to stop talking about the ingredients for a second. And you guys heard people on here that I want to be able to share their testimony. One of them is a really good friend of mine that I've met through Aluva. Him and his wife are absolutely incredible people. You guys might have heard from him or heard of him before. He's been very successful in the industry. He has created dozens of millionaires in network marketing with health and wellness companies, but he chose Aluva because of our culture and because of our product and because of the results that people have with these products. And I want him to be able to jump on here really quick and share a very special, intimate story about his family's health and the way the products has changed his family. Casey, are you on the call? Oh, we can't hear you yet. Are you trying to talk?
I show he's unmuted, but
oh man. Casey's story is amazing, you guys. We'll give it a second, see if you can. If not, love that. Like you said, our Ignite is it's not like blasting your system with a ton of caffeine and like overdosing and wrecking your adrenal glands. It's really just supposed to give you the that block the tired feeling and then allow those other ingredients to kick in and like actually give your brain what it needs to be alert and to be attentive and not tired. And there are some people that will experience a dramatic cleansing, is what I would call what you experienced after starting the greens. But honestly, that is a good sign, you guys. Our bodies hold up so much toxins inside our gut. Somebody on the call last night said that there can be up to 20 pounds of doo-doo that is just hanging out in there that needs to be cleaned out. Again, that is not healthy. It's going to cause, all kinds of different health issues. And so, that if you're worried about that happening to you, make sure that as you're taking the greens, you're also taking things that are very fibrous, and then you'll be able to have like a good cleanse without having to go to the bathroom so many times. All right. Enough of the shit talk. I want to bring on Casey so that he can share his testimony about the products really quickly as well. And then we're going to move on to, what does this mean from an opportunity standpoint? How can we make some money and change lives from a physical standpoint at the same time? So Casey, it sounds like your mic was working now.
Yeah, it's working now.
Awesome.
I appreciate it. Apologize about the technical difficulties. I guess that's just kind of part of the game when you're playing over Zoom. I love listening to, people's testimonies. It's what wakes me up every single day. And it's crazy in the health and wellness space. People are like, oh, every company says that their products are the best. I'm here to tell you guys, I'm blown away. I'm blown away because my wife and I have a son that we're now getting to know. And it's like we just met a brand new son. He's epileptic and autistic, and the type of epilepsy no parent should ever have to see. I can't even remember how many times, I've been giving him CPR while my wife's on the phone with 911. It was our life, really. And it's so crazy what happened when we put him on all 4 products. No medications, by the way, 0 medications. He is, since the day we put him on the product, he's never had a seizure since, not one. And on top of that, his cognitive support has gone to a whole new level. He was a CD student, and we never really, harped on him for his grades. We always just were about the effort put forth. And then he came to us and he told us that he was going to end the year at a 4.0 GPA. Sure enough, the last day of school when we picked him up, he was so excited to show us his report card, 4.0 GPA. We're watching the autism like literally just reverse. We're watching a whole new son be born 17 years later. So when people kind of question me about the products, I'm like, look, you could never, ever tell me this is not literally sent from God. And I fully believe, and you guys are going to hear me say this often, you're going to hear a lot of other people say this often, God has his hand in this company. There's no question. The miracles that are happening, the people that are coming together that just they never thought would happen is happening. It's just amazing. I hate to run, but I do got to jump on another Zoom. I appreciate you guys. I can't wait to meet so many of you. I've heard nothing but amazing things. So God bless you all. Ross, I'll hand it back to you, brother.
Awesome. Thanks, Casey, so much for sharing that. You guys, that's not the only story like Casey's. And we're a very young company, and we're already seeing so many impacts on so many lives from a health and wellness standpoint. It's very, very motivating. Personally, I've been passionate about health and wellness my entire life, but I'm also passionate about making money. Like Gavin mentioned before, and I know that a lot of you on here, you're drawn in by one thing or the other, right? It's either health or wealth, and you can find both at Aluva. So Gavin kind of had mentioned and touched on really quickly that not everything's about health and wealth. It's about having love for yourself first and foremost. How do we love ourselves better? Well, there's no better way to show love to yourself than being healthy, right? Taz had mentioned that, like, what does it matter if I'm like making a whole bunch of money day trading if I'm sick, right? If I'm going to die young because of X, Y, and Z. And so, as we, try and maintain this balance in our life of, spending enough time getting wealthy, but at the same time staying healthy, that just builds up this energy and this excess inside of you that you need to just allow to spill out, right? And so that's part of our culture, is making sure that we're spilling out our excess love, our excess energy, our excess time, and our excess money to those who are in need, because not everybody is as fortunate as we are. And so the beginning of every single month, we have kind of like a theme for how we're going to give back. We've done food drives, we've done, backpacks for children during back to school time. We've done blood drives. We've gone and handed out water bottles in the middle of the summer to homeless people, shared meals with them. And so we're always trying to come up with something new and doing it as an Aluva community at the beginning of the month to kind of set the tone, right, for the month. Is that, what? We all had an awesome month. We're seeing results, physically and financially. Now let's start this month off thinking about others, and then get right back into business and taking care of ourselves and our future. So that's one of the things that I really love about our culture. And so some of you might be thinking, okay, cool. All right, I like the results that I saw. And so what do I do next, right? The best way to get started, if you're serious about this opportunity, is to get our love pack. It's everything that you need to get started. It's a great pack to start off with. It comes with some sample credits. We got an awesome sample system where you can just send a text message, link to somebody, they fill out the information, and then within days, they're going to get a sample card that's custom with your name on it, and a 3-day supply of whatever product you decide to send them. It's all very, very simple to share. So that's part of this package as well. And it's good for a household for the first 30 days so that everybody can really get like their results, so find out, does this actually work for me and my family? Well, this is what you're going to want to go with. So we'll talk a little bit more about, packs and stuff later, but I want to get into, how can people make money? Right? We have an industry leading rewards plan, you guys. There's no such thing as a perfect comp plan. Obviously, there's a lot of different ways to make money in a lot of different companies, but we wanted to make sure that, some of the most annoying things about network marketing plans were not a part of our compensation plan. So these are just a couple of the things that I want to highlight, and then we'll kind of dive into, what kind of money can people make, and then how can you make money? So we have daily and residual pay, right? I have a corporate employee, so I only get paid every 2 weeks, but in our comp plan, you have the ability to get paid every single day on orders that you are, helping people purchase through your replicated site, and also residual pay daily, right? Which is pretty much unheard of in the industry. Most of the time, they want to make you wait until the end of the month if you're not having sales come in during the month to get paid through a comp plan. We have a 1-to-1 ratio for the dollar with our commissionable volume. A lot of other companies will kind of play and trick people, right? They'll say, oh, hey, our comp plan pays, 75%. I was like, well, 75% of what? And so their CV is, 50 cents on the dollar. And so all of a sudden you're kind of like, okay, well, then that's actually, like 37.5%. Okay, well, that's easier. Why don't you just say that, right? We don't want to play games with that. We want to make it easy for people to be able to calculate what they're going to be earning from their efforts, from their organizational efforts as well. We're a unilevel that doesn't force a matrix. We pay 20% on direct sales. That's unlimited, you guys. So if you have a customer that comes in, you get 20% on their sell. That customer orders for the next 5 years, you get 20% on every single order that they ever do forever. Okay, it's not, oh, after a couple of months, we take away that 20% and we'll give you 1% or some other garbage that other plans do. No, that's your customer, that's your sale, 20% for life, right? And then on level 2, 10%, level 5, levels 4 through 8, 2%, and 9 and 10, each 1%. Those pay every single day, you guys. Also, we have a 1% dividend beyond level 10 up to infinity levels that also pays daily, 1%. Think about having an organization, where you got 1 million people ordering, or $1 million with the volume. You're going to be able to get a piece of all of that volume, where other compensation plans say, hey, at level 10, we stop paying people. And, or if it's a binary or a stair-step breakaway, oh, we'll pay you on the volume over here in your organization, but over here, you can't touch it. We think that's garbage. If the volume's in your organization, you should have access to earn on that volume. And that's built into our plan with our dividends. I already mentioned a little bit about the 20% unlimited retail power. That's, again, if you're like, hey, I'm not a networker, but man, I'm really influential online. I tell somebody to go buy it, they will buy it because they trust me. They trust my advice and my opinion and my experiences. And so I don't want to have to deal with building a network marketing team, but I've got, 500,000 followers on on Instagram, I could go and post about this product, share my link, you get 20% always from them. You don't have to go build an organization. So that's awesome. That's very appealing to millennials and Gen Zs, and it's much more competitive than what they're going to get if they're going out and promoting, Nordstrom or some vacuum from who knows where. The next awesome aspect, and this is for the serious networkers, is our check match. We will give a check match up to 8%. On leaders that you have brought into your company that you are blessing others in your downline organization with. So I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. We also have a 4x4 bonus, which is a $200 monthly additional bonus on top of commissions monthly. Again, you can earn this month after month after month after month after month. It's not, oh, you do it once, you get the bonus, now move on, go do something else, and then we'll bonus you again for something harder. No, it's if you get this and you maintain this, we'll give it to you every single month. So we want to help, change lives and focus on, people being able to have these products as a part of their new way of living from a health standpoint. And this bonus helps to, incentivize that. You don't have to constantly be going out and getting new people all the time. Just focus on the people that you're working with, develop them, build them, and get, this residual bonus every single month. We also have a 30-day holding tank and placement tree, which allows you as a networker to be able to, see, okay, what's this person going to do in the first 30 days? Is this somebody that I just want to keep on my level 1 and, and get 20% off all their orders for, for the lifetime of, them being a customer with me? Or is this a leader that's going to really build, and can I, utilize them strategically to help me fill gaps in my organization so that I can, grow a more balanced organization, or so I can motivate leaders. So it's a very powerful tool for big leaders and networkers. And those of you who are network marketing experienced people, you'll know and understand the benefit of that. And if you don't worry, we're going to have a training about it on Saturday. So if you're like, hey, I've never really heard of that, because it is kind of uncommon, we'll teach you exactly how to maximize that aspect of our compensation plan and those tools that are part of our technology suite on Saturday. I also want to talk about all the additional bonuses, contests, and incentives. Right now, we have an incentive where we're doubling the Aluva bonus. It's $400 instead of $200 this month. We've done weight loss challenges. We gave away $10,000, you guys, in cash and prizes earlier this year for our weight loss challenge. You saw Sean Lyons, a gentleman that lost 32 pounds. We sent him a Peloton Plus and $1,000. He was one of the winners. And so we're not messing around. We want people to be motivated. We want to have a lot of fun, right? And so we'll be announcing some trip incentives pretty soon. And then, like I said, bonuses, man, everybody loves a bonus. All right. So let me talk a little bit about one of our set bonuses for people that are just getting started in the business, right? You're like, okay, cool. I'm going to get started. What do I do first? Right? Well, here's you getting started. All right. Go and find your 4 people. 4 is like our foundational number in this company. And this is the number that will help take you from, the most basic rank all the way to the top rank in our comp plan. I mentioned before that we don't force you to build your business in any specific way, but there is a methodology and a way to optimize our plan so that you are creating wins within your organization and also setting yourself up for success to hit the top rank. And 4 is where it's at. So when you go and get your 4, you're going to get a 20% commission on all their orders. We're just saying right here that people did $155 order. The average order size actually is around 180. So you would get $124 in commissions, within the first few days of joining Aluva when you sign those people up. And then we're going to add $50 on top of that. So that's just within your first few days. You've already got more back than what you spent on your products. But then the next step, like I said, is really focusing on, all right, cool. I've got my 4. Now I'm going to work with my team. These are my 4 that I'm going to go the distance with. Let me go help them get their 4. And now if you bring in, say 4 isn't like the maximum amount of people you're going to bring in. Tast is going to bring in, a bunch of people by himself. And I know a lot of you all are great leaders. You're going to bring in way more than 4 people. Well, what do you do with that? I mean, you can go 500 wide on level 1 if you want, or you can use our placement tree and you can start filling gaps within your downline organization to ensure that you have your 4x4 structure filled out, which you're going to get $200 every single month. This month it's $400. You can fill in those gaps, or you can continue to place people even lower and lower, helping people fill in their gaps for their 4x4 bonuses. That's unique. Most other bonuses that are like this in the industry, they force everybody to be personal enrollments of the individual, right? So I would have to have my 4 personal enrollees, and then my 4 would have to have their own 4 personal enrollees. And so if somebody down here, is only able to get 2 people, now all of a sudden I can't qualify for my bonus and they can't qualify for theirs. Well, that sucks. That's not reciprocal in nature. That's not teamwork saying, oh, you can't help me. And so we say, help them, use the placement tree, fill in those gaps, help them get their bonus, help them get residual commissions off those orders month after month, because they're going to get paid 20%. And guess what? You're going to get paid 10% when you help them out. And so that's huge. It's, like I said, it's part of our culture, and it helps people really get excited about the support that they can get from their team members. So Taz asked me to, throw up on the screen, help you guys understand, what this could look like as it's replicated, right? So we're talking about 4x4 structure that start to be replicated through multiple levels of an organization up until you're able to earn, $10,000 a month. But, I know that there's probably a lot of people on this call today that, 10,000 months isn't going to get them super excited. So I want to show this next slide that actually kind of combines, this concept that I'm going to talk about right now, the check matching bonus, that will show how you could earn 6 figures. Okay. But before I go on to that one, I want to talk about check matching. I mentioned that check matching is the aspect of our compensation plan for big builders, for people that have long-term vision with Aluva, that are going to bring in more than 4 people, and are going to decide, okay, cool, this person that I brought in, they're a monster, man. They're going to do some amazing things. Who can I bless with this individual, right? Most people in most companies will say, oh, this person's a monster, I'm keeping them front line to me. Our comp plan actually incentivizes you to place those individuals on your 4th level or below. Because when you do that, when you place one of these individuals, let's say that, I sign up Damien and I place him on my 4th level, and then I sign up Tyra and Julia and Dom, and I put all of them on my 4th level, and they're all going to be great leaders. I can earn a check match off of their monthly earnings. So all of them, we're just going to say all of them earn $30,000 a month through the compensation plan. Because I placed them on my level 4 below, helping one of my downline individuals in their organization, I can get an 8% check match on them. So I'm making $8,000 just for being generous with my individuals on top of my commissions. And so again, like I mentioned, if you're somebody that does math with comp plans and you're thinking about this, you're like, man, dude, if I got one person that's earning $1 million, I'm getting 8% off of their earnings. That's some big money. And so you just think on that for a minute as you're thinking about who do you know that's going to want to run with you on this. And it might, I've had a few of our leaders come to me and say, hey, I'm really torn because, I've got 4 people. I've got like 6 people. They're all awesome. And I just want to decide, which one do I have as my 4, and then which 2 do I go put down on my 4th level? Because man, I really want to make sure that my biggest people are on my 4th level, because I want that check match, because it can mean some big money in the long run. So here's an example of what I'm talking about, where you have a much more mature organization, maybe a couple of years in. But again, you guys, we're a brand new company. We could be doing, $300-400 million a year by the end of next year. So a lot of that volume can be a part of your organization, because we are so new. You will be the very first person probably that's talking to anybody that about Aluva, and that is a huge advantage. When you think about like business opportunities, when is the best opportunity to get into a business? Either when the price is low on something that is, been around forever. You think about blue chip stocks, during the 2007 crash. If you went and bought up a whole bunch of those blue chip stocks, you probably saw an amazing return on your investment. But outside of that, we're talking IPOs and new innovative things. If you went and bought Bitcoin, a whole bunch of Bitcoin 8 years ago, you probably wouldn't even be on this call, right? And so getting in the beginning of something before it explodes is a massive advantage. And every single one of you that's on this call has that advantage today, to be able to see these types of numbers and these volumes in your organization in a plan that doesn't cap your earnings. That doesn't say, hey, once you're at your 10 levels, you can't get anything more. Like I said, infinity, 1% to infinity. And so we just stopped at this example because I didn't want to get too ridiculous, but we're going to be doing hundreds of millions in volume, if not billions of volume. Our goal is to be $1 billion company by 2025. And I know that we're going to do it. And we want as many of you to be a part of that as possible. I know that everybody has been like really great and really patient so far, and I think we want to have some time for some Q&A, but I want to talk about, the tools that we have to help support people grow their business. We have a very, very robust back office, lots of tools and reports, tons of marketing materials and shareables, trainings that are available in the back office. We also have an app, the Aluva app, that also, we're all on the go. The majority of our business is done on our phones nowadays, and so having an app is critically important. Our app is super slick. It's got a ton of easy shareables. Again, like I said, reports. You're able to view your downline, make adjustments to your team, adjust your orders, send out samples through our product sampling system. Not everybody, this is right down the street from like their friend or family member that they want to talk to Aluva about. And so being able to just go ahead, generate a link, text it to a friend, have them put in their address, and then within days they get a sample of the product on their doorstep. It's absolutely incredible. And the other cool thing about it is that because we're such a tech forward company, they're gonna send you a notification when that person receives their sample. I'm gonna talk to you in 3 days and ask you like how you're feeling. See what your body's been doing with that, and talk about your results. And those are all powerful tools to help build the business. And you guys, we have products that people actually love. There's so many companies that just have awesome comp plans, but their products are absolute shit. We talked too much about that. I don't want to be dissing on all these other companies, but honestly, like, you're never going to get a crap product when it comes to Aluva. And people that don't want to do, the compensation plan side or the business side of the product could become a customer for life. And so why not introduce as many people to this product opportunity to change their health as possible, because you're just going to benefit their life, and then you can get the financial benefit from having that customer forever. We have a variety of packs. We want you to become an influencer today. Get started today. I recommend, again, like I said, the Love Pack at $425. It's enough product for you and your family members, and also to have stuff on hand to pass off to people, as a conversation starter with some random person that you don't know, or a friend or family member that lives nearby, so they don't have to try and go through the process of order. You can give them an experience of the product right now and just hand it to them. I guess we will probably spend the rest of the time for Q&A, but what's really, really cool about sharing this opportunity, again, like I said, is we've tried to make it as easy as possible. So everything that I've showed and shared with you guys today is very easy to replicate and to share, so that you don't have to be an expert out the gate to be able to have success with Aluva. Our website, if you go to aluva.co, you all have the opportunity to have that exact website replicated and personalized to your own URL. And so it makes it really simple to share product with people, whether you're trying to get them to sign up and join as a member of your team from a network marketing standpoint, or if you just want them to go and shop. All you do is you get your link and you send it to people. That's it. And say, hey, I recommend you buy X, Y, or Z. And then they can go and check out and shop as they want. And then you can go, you can do the follow-up with them afterwards. But we just want to make it super simple. We know that everybody has busy lives, and we want to make sure that we're cognizant of that, and that we're making the process as smooth as possible for you as an entrepreneur, but also for the people that are going to be joining your team or consuming the products.